work on keeping it clean. You know, God has been speaking to me on keeping it clean, keeping our spirits clean at all times. I thought about it, just like, us waking up in the morning or even before we go to bed or whenever we choose, to wash ourselves, if we take a shower, in order for us to stay smelling fresh, we have to wash daily. And if we don't wash daily, we are going to smell at some point in time. And God was speaking to me, and He said, it's just like your spirit. If we don't wash our spirits daily, if we don't cleanse ourselves daily, allowing God to take things out of us that is not like Him. Certain traits, certain patterns, certain cycles that we go through that are ungodly or that are not Christ-like. Certain things within us, if we don't allow God to wash us clean, make us over, make us new, and take those things out of us, we can become dirty. And eventually, we may start to give off a foul odor. Our spirit may be classified as being, not pleasant, not pleasing, not righteous, in the eyes of others and even in the eyes of God. And so we have to keep it clean. And sometimes in keeping it clean, it's like almost like a detox. Sometimes you may have to separate yourself and say, something. I feel like I'm at a place in my life where I need God to refresh me. There are some things within me, God, I need you to take it out of me. I need you, God, to uproot it. Things that have been planted, things that were there. However it may have entered, God, I need it to be plucked up out of me. And sometimes you may have to separate yourself for a while. God may have you in a season where He's saying, okay, I just want you to, get away from everything. And even if it requires you going on a fast, He may have you to go on a fast for however long He chooses to call you to that fast. And as you are on that fast, God begins to work on you, as you spend time in His presence, seeking His face, and He begins to wash you. He begins to reveal things to you, things that were there that you probably didn't even thought were there, and as He begins to take those things out of you, He begins to work on your heart, and He begins to show you, now this is what I want you to do, and this is how I want you to act, and this is what I want you to say. You begin to make the changes and adjustments, and even after that, even after God washing you and cleansing you from all of those things that had you maybe bound, contaminated, when you are done, and you get around others and others see you, others may say, wow, there's something so different about her. There's something so different about him, and it's God's presence, because when we get in God's presence, that is what God does. He makes us over. He makes us new. He allows His light to be seen upon us, and it's not even about us, trying to be seen by men, but as saints of God, there is always, you should always be able to tell the difference between a child of God and someone that is not. You will always be able to tell. And I say today, keep it clean. We have to always make sure that we keep it clean. Every day we can examine ourselves, and there's something within us, maybe a thing or two or even more, that we can work on within ourselves, that we can ensure that we are keeping it clean, that our spirits are righteous, that we are bearing, much of the fruit of the Spirit, that we are looking like children of the Most High God. We are sounding like saints of God. We are actually talking, and acting in our actions, like saints of God. So I encourage you today, keep it clean. Keep it clean. Keep it clean.